You're watching Garage TV, that unexplainable passion for motoring. Garage TV HD.
Today I want to talk about a very good SUV, or should I say mid-size SUV. You can seat 7 people in a mid-size SUV that only costs $33,000. And it's this, the Mitsubishi Outlander GT Super All-Wheel Control. The all-wheel control is actually something that they fitted to this one. It has a specially built 4-wheel drive that works with the computer. That way, you can get through pretty much anything. And thanks to the ground clearance, it gets you through pretty much anything. Only drawback to that is that it comes from road tires. Just like with any modern Mitsubishi, you get the Lancer's front end. But this being an SUV for the family, you get a little bit of safety too. That right there is a little camera to keep you from crashing. It sends out radar guidance sort of things so that you can tell how far away the car in front of you is. And if it gets too close, it tells you. It beeps and pretty much says it all. Other things about it, as you can see, well, it isn't big. I mean, look at it. It's kind of tiny actually. It's pretty much the same size as a Ford Edge. But there's still 7 seats in there, and people can actually fit very comfortably. Other things about it, well, it's very simple, very civilized, but it looks great. That's always a plus. Over here we have Mitsubishi's very famous 3-liter V6. Another thing why it's good to have this nowadays is because you get miles to the gallon to just about at the mid-20s. That's highway miles. It's not the best, but this is a very big car. Very big cars tend to not get the best fuel efficiency, so this one is getting overall some of the best. This is probably one of the best parts of the back end of the car, because back here, you're gonna see that there's not that much space because of the rear seats, but you lower this and you get a lot more space. And then, so you can see, as I sit here, because this is very comfortable, just go like this, push it forwards, and you have a lot more space. And you can get more space out of that if you lower this onto the floor. Takes a little bit of force, but it gets down in there. Also, you can lower those seats and create a lot more space. Nearly 54 feet, nearly 54 cubic feet actually. And so you know that this is based on a family, your kids can enjoy their music because it's a 10-inch subwoofer right there. This is all fun and games, but I think it's time for a drive. All right, so we're gonna take the Outlander just for a little quick spin to see what it's like. And honestly, very simple to drive. I like the feel in the steering wheel, how it tells me where the front wheels are pointing. I just love that. At any speed, it actually tells you where you are. Other things, the sensibility of the pedals, brilliant. It's just amazing. But I want to talk about the interior a little bit. I remember this morning getting in and the seat was extremely hot. I took it out 45 minutes, the seat was still hot. It was blazing hot. It was hemorrhoid giving hot, that much. And that's because the little heater, or the seat heaters, are down here, the little buttons. So once you sit, they for some reason just turn on. That's something they could fix. I mean, it's a very simple fix. You just move them away from the seat, because that's not working out right there. The other part about the interior is that it's pretty much like being in a Lancer. As you can see, it's very simple. You have the same knobs for the air conditioning as in the Lancer. You have the same, well, pretty much the same satellite navigation that you get in the Lancer, and the same steering wheel. Even the same paddles to make it a manual. Pedals are actually quite good because, if you can see, and another thing, you can see me doing this right now, and the paddles stay in the same place. That way, they're never gone from where you left them. It's actually pretty simple, and I like that very much. And if you don't want to shift by using the paddles, down here you pass it into manual and you can shift it all on your own. It's actually a very good car to drive. It's very simple, but everything's very well made. Everything but the glove box. There's a little bit too much plastic in there, but I absolutely love it. The seats are comfortable. The ride is not too noisy, unless you're going over 55 miles an hour. Then you start hearing the tires making a lot of noise. The stereo is extremely good. Something I like about the stereo is that it has so many speakers. You actually have that 10-inch, a 1,000,000-watt amplifier back there. I'm not even gonna say how much it is because once you get in it, you're not even gonna believe it. That's pretty much it. Oh, and also, the four-wheel drive system. Let's talk about that because that's one of the, well, that's the cute thing about this car. You can have it on normal tarmac, which is like where I am right now. That way you get the best performance out of every single thing. You can put it in snow, which pretty much locks the rear differential, not completely. It gives you a little bit of give, but you get traction. Or you can put it in lock mode, which locks the front differential and the rear differential and the center differential. I'm gonna take that out now because I'm in tarmac. But it does work really well off-road. I can tell you that with confidence because it is really good. The only issue is that you don't get a lot of ground clearance. You probably get about 8 inches, which isn't a lot, but it is good enough to get through fields and rocky places. Not very big rocks, but honestly, it's very good. It's actually a very good car, and the fact that you can sit 7 people in here, I mean, you can't get much better than that. And for $33,000, this is probably the family SUV of the century. What else can we talk about? Well, seats are leather, but they're very comfortable leather. It's not scratchy, doesn't make noise when you sit in it. Over here you have more cup holders. That's something I don't get either, but there's 6 cup holders over here alone in the front. It was really based for America. And other things I like, this is completely made in Japan. So that means it's not gonna break down, it's easy to service. It's very good. Right now I'm averaging, as I can tell from this info button right here, about 27 miles to the gallon. And I'm going at 30 miles an hour. So that's actually really good. You get a 6-speed automatic gearbox that it's extremely gentle. So you can see, you can't feel a single thing. It's actually a very good car. And switching it into manual, it's not bad, wow. Well, that's pretty much it. Cornering isn't bad because you are still on road tires and the suspension isn't uncomfortable. That's pretty much it. So, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this.
You're watching Garage TV, that unexplainable passion for motoring.